People really seek refuge in your energy. People see you as a beacon. I mean, you are so fucking tapped in. It's actually crazy. This is kind of a rare collective that I'm tapping into here. So if this is finding you, then you probably will belong in this collective here of people who are very, very sensitive. But it's coming through as not disempowering as sometimes it can be when you are deeply empathetic or when you are deeply intuitive and under boundaried. I do think you may tend to take on more than really you should, but there is a strong level of spiritual strength here. You've gotten really good at staying emotionally balanced. This may not have always been the case. It's definitely been a journey for you to get here and for you to arrive at this place. You may have really, really struggled in the past and felt like you took way too much on and almost couldn't even like function in life. But now you're at this place of like really being balanced within yourself and being able to sort of, observe but not get so emotionally involved. But these are the people, I was getting that word, kamamuta, where it's like you will start crying at a concert or seeing someone, showing off a talent, or even like watching a child play and having a great time, or there's like that collective effervescence is the word I think I'm looking for, where it's like it's hard for you to turn that off. Like you may find yourself crying over things that like you shouldn't even be crying about, and not because you're like genuinely sad or even that you're feeling too strong of an emotion. It's like it just comes out of you, and that really speaks to how much you absorb. I feel like again you've gotten really good at grounding this energy. Like this collective comes through as being still open and being that refuge and being that safe space, but still knowing like when to kind of pull back a little bit. Major connection with nature and movement. Also, I think implementing that in some sense, like you might have really learned that you need to go outside multiple times a day, or you need to work out, or you need to move your body, you need to dance. You have found an outlet for the most part in how to really ground this energy. But it just came through so strongly. Like these are the people who just feel so fucking deeply, and not because you're weak, but because you're strong. It's coming through as a strength. It's coming through almost as a superpower. And yeah, I was channeling that kamamuta, that collective effervescence, because I also experienced that on some degree, where it's like I'll be listening even to like some of the music my daughter listens to, like a My Little Pony soundtrack, and I'll start crying just hearing them sing. It's like Vanessa Hudgens or some shit. And I'll just start crying. And I'm just like, why the fuck am I crying? And like, this is that collective. These are you guys, 100%. But yeah, I feel like you have come such a long way in this. Like, it used to really rule your life in some sense. Like, again, it may have been kind of hard to function in the past. And so I see this collective being very introverted on some level. Like your circle is probably quite small because you are that refuge. People will come and just dump on you, like absolutely dump. No boundaries at all whatsoever. You tend to attract people who have mother wounds. You tend to attract people who desperately need that support and need to be uplifted and need to feel seen and validated, but don't often give that same energy back to you. I'm seeing that coming through really strongly here, where it's like, you've begun to break a cycle of people just coming in and taking and disrespecting your boundaries and just using you as an emotional dumpster. And as soon as you see that in like a new connection or a new friend, you tend to like pull back. Your heart literally shuts down. It's like very difficult for you to connect because you're actively in the middle of breaking that cycle, or you've already broken that cycle to some degree, but you're like giving mommy. You're giving mommy, you're giving daddy. Like people just seek you out for comfort. And you know, while it's very sweet, I think it's also been something that has made it difficult for you to forge like real connections in this lifetime because people just want to, you know, take from you and it's fucking draining. But yeah, this came through as like the most beautiful and unique thing about you is that you are so fucking unbelievably tapped in. And it really is a rare thing. Like I've brought it up to people before where I'm like, do you ever just like you see something on TV or you're like at a concert and you just start bawling? Like you just can't help but fucking cry. Even at like my son's karate, I'll start crying because they're all like doing something that's, you know, I don't know, good for them. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. But I really resonated with this collective because I'm like, oh my god, I know you guys. I know you guys. Like I'm tapped into y'all 100%. I thought it was so sweet because I actually haven't seen this energy in any of the polls that I've tapped into for my collective. So this is definitely a rare group of people. And yeah, if you resonate, I see you, dog.